Good evening and welcome to Friday night prayer. I hope that you're well and I hope that your week's been okay. I've just realised that we've still got birthday decorations up behind us. We had a special birthday in our house this week for my mum. So it's been a week where we have tried to celebrate as best as we can in the circumstances, and we've given that a really good go. Tonight's night prayer, we're using a new book. We're using a Celtic liturgy by Pat Robson. It's a book that I've had for years and I don't really know the origins of it. I can't even remember where I got it from, but it's a lovely little book and it's still available out there. And we're just going to use the order for night prayer. Here at the end of the day, in the stillness of the night, I pray. My Lord, you created me and you know me. I am your child. The day is over and the shadows of night fall softly round me. I thank you for the many blessings of the day, for the people I have met and the good friends who have helped me on my way, for the special moments of joy which have made my heart glad, and for giving me the opportunity to show your love to others. I long to serve you aright. I am truly sorry for the moments where I have failed you. Forgive me that I may lay down this night in peace. Amen. May the peace of the night enfold me, so that I may be bathed in love. The love of the Father who made me, the love of the Son who died for me, the love of the Spirit who dwells within me. Bless me and keep me. Amen. May heaven come close as I sleep this night, and angels surround me with Christ's pure light. Amen. Amen. It's just a lovely short order of prayer, and very, very calming and very soothing, and a fitting end to the day. There's a couple of things I want to share with you this evening. Yesterday was the Saint's Day of St. Teresa of Avila, who was a saint and mystic and a woman who very much went against the convention of her time and was watched by the church patriarchy of the day for any sign of heresy, which they couldn't find in her. And she spent a life in prayer and contemplation, and there are many writings attributed to her, and there's a prayer attributed to her that's quite well known, and it's part of the Northumbria community midday prayer liturgy. So I was just going to share this prayer with you. I'll find it on my tablet. And it's also quite a well-known Teze chant is based on this prayer. Let nothing disturb you, nothing frighten you. All things are passing. God is unchanging. Patience gains all. Nothing is lacking to those who have God. God alone is sufficient. And I just think that notion of no matter where we are right now, how much we might be struggling with our present circumstances, or even, you know, if our present circumstances are great, there's everything always moves around. The wheel keeps turning, and at one moment we're up and at another we're down. And if right now we're down, we're not going to be down forever. And it kind of mirrored quite nicely Nadia Boltz-Weber's weekly prayers from last Sunday. So I'm just going to read this to you as well. God of all things, we made it another week, despite the fact that 7 days ago I wasn't sure how. So thanks for that. I have some pretty big fears about the future right now, Lord. I mean, some really catastrophic notions about what might happen. If I could ask this one thing, please remind me that this moment right now, the one where the light has just broken the line between ground and sky, when all I can hear is the motor of the fridge and the clicking of that cheap wall clock I got from IKEA. When I am in my robe and half my coffee is still sitting warmly in my mug, is the only thing that is real. Bring me back to this moment. Convict me of the fact that there is nothing I can do about the past, and that the days to come are never as real as the day I'm in, because those fears of mine are starting to feel like a monster from the future that shows up each day and steals the joy, the peace and the pleasure of the present. And we are in the middle of a global pandemic right now, and I need those things, Lord. Help me vanquish the fear monster. If indeed perfect love casts out fear, then remind me that you already love me in the days to come, as you always have from the day of my birth to the day of my death. This is the day that you have made, this day. Help me rejoice and be glad in it. Amen. And I don't know whether mirroring is the right word, but there's this sort of almost a dichotomy between those two prayers of St. Teresa's prayer that no matter what's happening now, it will pass. And then Nadia's prayer of fear of the future and want to be living in the moment now. And there's an interesting tension between those two things, and they may work for us in different ways at different times. If what you're experiencing now is not good, then you may be looking towards the prayer of St. Teresa and wanting to put yourself in the mindset that this time will pass. And if, like Nadia, it's what lies ahead that's making you fearful, then you have that wish like her to live in the moment. But for me, I guess the most important thing about both prayers is that both these women are putting their situation in God's hands and trusting in God to be present with us, to guide us and to point us towards what matters and what's important. So I pray that one or both of those prayers might be useful for you this week, whatever your situation is. And I pray that you find some relief from your present situation or future anxieties. And I pray for your week ahead, for your weekend, whatever it's going to bring. And I will see you here again next Friday. Good night and take care of yourselves.